seemed a little bit loud. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Cat Monarch, and once again, Yugioh, Duel Masochist Challenge. Right, let me just rewind that, unmute it in case we need some music at some point later on in the stream. I'm just clearing through the shop notifications because, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff since last time. They've got new accessories, there's a couple new packs, oops. One sec, let's get back in there and just, show off that. Right, yeah, all exclamation marks gone. There is a new secret pack, which is the Tenpai secret pack. It also features Rose Dragon cards, but, sad day it is, we have a secret pack for Tenpai. And I've never quite paid exact attention to it, but pretty much every Tenpai card is, just SRUR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Good. The less we see of it, the better. And then there is a new selection pack as well, with just a different way to get some cards. I'm not sure if this is new Ice Barrier support to Master Duel, or if this was already here. This is just an alternate art. I don't know if this is new or not. Pep isn't new. I think it's probably just another way to get the cards, with a couple of alt arts thrown in, just for good measure. But anyway, I hope you've all been well. Hope you've all been having a good time. As it was, there we go, we had left off in Plat 4, which I'm not quite sure how we're hovering around here quite as effectively we are. We've got that nice little buffer zone that we're trying to keep on top of. And we are a little bit closer to our 5 legacy tickets. I believe last time we were... Let me move this up a little bit, that's actually a tiny bit low. Yeah, I believe last time we were playing with Cosmopunk. Now, I know we were going to change decks at some point, but we've just come from the Bungus deck, and I don't think we really want to be going second anytime soon. It's been a little while since we played Ninja. We could probably revisit that. We haven't played Good Stuff for a while. Those three at the back we can't play. We can update the fire deck, we can update the burn, we can update the stun, but for the moment, because it's early stream and all that, I think we'll just keep running Cosmopunk. See how it goes. I can say that much has happened since last stream. I have seen the new Fantastic Four film, which was a really good time, actually. I don't know what I was expecting from it, but it is, yeah, it was well made. If you don't want spoilers, don't pay attention to this, but I think it's really... I know they haven't killed Galactus, but I think it's really weird that he's basically dead in a film, or that they've, beat him in a single film. It's just kind of crazy, considering he's the big bad and he's essentially a kind of almost cosmic god. Might as well be the closest thing to it, Oh. No. I spilt me drink. We're going up against Heroics and Scorpions. I would not be surprised if this was an FTK. Or if it was Rongo Turbo. That is not a typical card for this. I'm a little confused, but I guess this is correct. That's unfortunate. How's I to know they'd be summoning Don Zalug? Okay. I mean, I didn't need that one. Certainly a deck. This is not... And then Zeus. And then Zeus. Yeah, this is not exactly what I expected when I logged in. We just lose, right? If they hit like any other card from our hand, we were good, but they hit the one concealing. So let's normal summon. It's a tuner. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's pay the life points to add. Let's get this. And let's activate this. They're reading. And probably sending. And if they weren't before, they're doing it now. Yeah, there you go. Main 2, set 1, probably die, I guess. This is, I don't know how this happened. I had every eventuality prepared for. Yep. So you probably just summon back a heroic. And I kind of have to negate that one. Otherwise, I definitely instantly die. There is a chance that I live, but I don't think it's likely. They need all of 11. Okay. Is old. Yeah. Writing's on the wall, so to speak. What the hell did I go up against? And the only other critique I have of the Fantastic Four film, by the way, is that it's tying again into the MCU. This is heroic scorpions. They're not even making Rongo. I'm confused. They're playing Astrograph Sorcerer? Why are you playing Astrograph Sorcerer? I don't know what I just lost to. But yeah, it's tying into the MCU again, which, like, you could have had a standalone Fantastic Four series. Like, they're long enough running. Oh wow, we're both having a fantastic day then. Granted, mine is carrying over from last stream. We've only had one loss so far. What else? Played some more Night Rain, which is always fun. Yeah, I like this hand. I think this is fine. Set Metaverse, summon Wicked Witch, and then we can activate Metaverse to get the Punk Field spell so we can at least draw a card on their turn while protecting the Wicked Witch. We've got Lancia, which they're probably not expecting if you see a Cosmo card, but what hey. Let's find out how they're going to start. Unfortunately, life points are typically a cost, so if they do something that threatens the... Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? Is it Mikanko? Automatic pickup. I'm probably just getting FTK'd, right? They wanted to go second. I have 2 field spells. Yeah, neither of them are going to help me here. Dark Sanctuary is the best help I have here. No. I haven't had these trousers all that long, have I? Spilled something on them. I managed a sloppy dinner as well today, and that was like, you know, didn't spill anything on my clothes then, no. Really nice dinner. Apparently one of the first customers to have that one. So, that's kind of neat. Do I just chain off for a little bit? They're not going to trigger Phantasme. I don't think they're going to trigger the Lancia either. I've got 2 field spells, both of which do nothing. The only one that might... no, I need to target a banished Cosmo. The thing is, if I did pay life points, I'd probably be in a worse off position. I can hope that they don't know how to combo properly and take their time into just running out the clock. But I don't think there's a huge chance of that, for some reason. What else have we done? So yeah, I played some more Night Rain. On the Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, on the Saturday night. I only ran 3 runs. One with my friend and his friend. Then one with my friend's brother and the aforementioned friend of friend. No, 2 with those. And all 3 of those were successful runs, so I was feeling very good about myself. Although, granted, one of those was a boss I'd already completed, and I believe of the other 2, I'd already completed one of those. So there was only one new boss in the bunch, but it was like, you know, that was really cool. It was nice to be able to do something just that well, that easily. Yeah, am I just being, like... Am I just being hit by double or nothing? OTK. I'm just dying here. There's no point in staying in this. Come on. How many kaijus do you reckon they were on? Yes, I've been demoted. Oh, that sucks. 4 kaijus. Just 4. Come on. This can't be consistent. You're running Magical Mallet in here, for fuck's sake. I love seeing the opponent's pile of cards, and, like, I know my pile of cards is not the most consistent. Like, it's still over 40, but, like, I'm playing a slop. It's, like, it's one of, like, the best options I have kind of deal. I know Cosmo isn't specifically, like, one of the best decks I've got. That is probably just the Generator deck at this point. I can get Fenrir out and then get the Dark Lady out, so that's kind of neat. That's a Fua, but that reckons that I'm going to special summon from deck or extra, which is an incorrect assumption. Yep. There we go. We got a monster negate, and then if they activate a monster effect, we got a banish. So that's neat. Fenrir plus Dark Lady is not like the weakest of things. They're on 60 cards, they got a 5-card hand because they just pitched Fua for no reason. Where do we go from here? Haluba. Had a branded spell trap. Nope. Can't let you have that. Okay. It's still a hard one, so that's it. You're not just getting another one. It is a Despia monster. So, if this card's normal special summon, send a 4/1 of Albaz for a card that mentions it from deck to grave. Banish this. Send to the graveyard, add a bestial or branded spell trap. So we wait for them to fusion summon, we banish one of the fusion materials, right? That's just the way you do it. I'm pretty sure that's the way you do it anyway. Yeah, there goes branded fusion. And then sending another one. There goes full on Valvaz. No, I'm not using Fenrir yet. I don't need to for that. You've put it in the grave. Why have you put it in the grave? Okay, so in theory this is probably branded, yeah, Retribution, which can then add it back. That's okay. They get the branded fusion, they fusion summon it into... can I read it for a sec? I need to see what you can summon. Hold on. Okay, I need to see Fallen of Albaz. So it's this one. Hand, field, and or graveyard. And then... Okay. So I think I've come too late to stop it, but I can, like, banish the Mirror Jade face down. Like, that's not an issue. And of course that will stop the leave the field effect, and the Mirror Jade can get rid of one of my monsters, but it can't get rid of both. That said, he can just get rid of the other. And can you do that? You can. So let's see what you summon. That determines if we Fenrir. That's a quick effect fusion summon as well. So they have multiple options now. They go fusion summon again. Oh, this is a really sticky situation. I know it's only one monster negate and a banish, but like, come on, you'd imagine it does better. And this is an if summoned. I should get response on chain, yeah. Right, so... I think we save the Fenrir for the end of this, because then at least it forces things. It's not ideal, but we've got V-Jam, Destrudo, and Ogre in hand. If they completely clear the field, we can put Ogre up, normal summon the V-Jam, special summon Destrudo. There's Fallen of Albaz, that's the Granguignol. Granguignol, if summoned, yep. And there goes for Mirror Jade, which is fine. Alright, hold on. Yeah, there's nothing that stops this, so that's the one copy, probably one of two copies, but it's out of the extra and it's out of rotation. Like, they can't return it to the extra. Ring opponent's turn, quick effect. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Also, I can get Fenrir back from banished, so who's the real winner? There's Abellion. Probably you. Fucking Christ. Send tribute to level 6 off. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's Rebellion coming out, so you establish your bestial loops. There's that one. You're not banishing a card as far as I know, though. And you're just clearing Dark Lady. Like, that is more than fine. I don't need to activate an effect to out the Rindrum. What are you adding? Branded Fusion, Branded Opening, Branded Banishment. That goes back to hand. Okay. We got Dogfight. Oh, Dogfighter would have been just so good to have a turn ago, right? Special Ogre, because that has to be done first. I know what the hand is and everything, so... Okay, that's fine. Normal summon V-Jam. I got 2 routes here. I can go and steal a monster. Okay, fusion summon to your heart's content. What are you making? Chaos. Fuck you. Come on, man. It's not a bad hand. Why can't I just, like, get a break? What else did I do at the weekend? Went round a friend's house on Sunday. That was good. Same friend that I went to see Fantastic Four with. Played some Cards Against Humanity. Kind of just chilled out for a little bit. I hit some ducks around his house, which I've had an unreasonable amount of fun doing. This is good, but we don't have the actual punk monster. On the other hand, it looks like we could be against Dark Magicians, so take it or leave it. Shining Sarcophagus. That's worse, actually. What do you do? Add a Shining Sarcophagus or a spell trap that mentions it. They have a specific Mirror Force. They also have, like, negates. Yeah. That's the wrong time to summon that. I don't know what they're doing. Do they know what they're doing? That's really expensive. You just clicking buttons, or did you just want to get this guy out? Because it ain't doing anything. Nor is he. There's that one, there's that one. So you got a monster effect. Spell card. Card effect that targets. There's full metal. Oh, so you're playing Metal Morph with it. That's going to be a problem. So yeah, you just chain the Metal Morph, right? Okay. And there's Red Eye's full... No. That's the Zoa. Right? Surely it's the Zoa. Yeah. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Spell card or effect while you control a Shining Sarc. And they're trying to work it out. It's not a particularly difficult one to work out, but they're trying. This targets, doesn't it? And negating it, though. And that's not the card that needed to be negated. And this one is, for what little it's worth. Twice per turn when. So it needs to happen now, or not at all. Besides, what if... Oh. Sure. I guess let's book this. Doesn't matter. I need to do that first one to pay the life, so I can then use the field spell anyway. Now, yeah, you get the choice. You can do that or that. And then we just tag out. And then we get the spell effect, which they can't stop. That's fine. So we get that draw. And then we get this effect. And then because we don't control the monster, you can't do it. We can get into Dark Lady if we want. Or you can do that. Twat. The equipped monster can't be destroyed, cannot target it with spell effects or monster effects. Fantastic. This is going swimmingly. I might actually have to change deck and start editing the other ones. I can just snatch steal this. They can't stop it. And target a set card, but they're not going to set a card. Future Silence. Okay. They're going to go to battle phase, yep. Now, they played in the correct order, but... Mine. And yeah, it doesn't mention Shining Sark, so I now just have the 3400 beat stick that you gotta go to your main phase 2 to clear. I don't need him to remain on the field or anything, I just need to stop that. Didn't activate it during the draw phase, or during the battle phase, that's really mean. Really inconsiderate of you. What can we get? A couple things now. This doesn't have its effects anymore, does it? I guess it does still. That's kind of crazy. Turn Silence. Yeah, it's dumb. Turn Silence doesn't even need one of the silent cards on the field. Okay, you know what? I know 1MB. Just sod off. Man, I'm getting cleaned out by literally every fucking deck under the sun today. Also played some more Night Rain yesterday. Didn't go fantastically, didn't go horribly. Like, the thing is, this threatens cards. They had to Zeus to out this. So, like, that was a good inclusion for that duel. Granted, I'm not sure if Cosmo Town is the field spell. It's draw power, it's a Cosmo field spell, it can help on brick and everything. We're running a few high-level Cosmos, and a few low levels which you might want to shuffle and get a redraw. But maybe the move is to swap Cosmo Town for a different field spell. We don't really enjoy seeing it. We're not playing generators, so it's not that one. Venom Swamp. Is it really just like Dark Sanctuary again? Make them scared to attack. It might be. Alright, let's try it. Small change. Not gonna matter most times, but it's something. Reckon we give it up to the hour mark. Maybe a little bit past that, and then we try and revamp something else. But yeah, Night Raid yesterday was kind of funny because I was able to get my brother back in on it. We'd previously only cleared Trisophalos together, and so, you know, it's nice to Trisophalos even. But yeah, it's nice to get some other things going. Send. Get this. Normal summon. Grab a card. We want that one, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 spell traps. Madame Spider, an absolute powerhouse of a card, you know. 900 attack. Ignore the rest of the field. Okay, Blue Eyes, probably. There are alternative targets, but Blue Eyes is pretty much the deck. That's a Yugioh card. That is a Yugioh monster. That is a Yugioh monster. I'm starting to not like my choice of spell traps. I kind of needed a monster negate, didn't I? Right. Yeah, I really don't like that. But what can I do about it? During your main phase, you can add, then destroy this card. Must be special summoned. While this card is in your extra deck. So it needs to be on the field to resolve that effect. I'm pretty sure, right? They can also just pendulum summon. I mean, we don't want that, right? It's just that simple. Keep them off the continuous spell traps. Where's the prevention coming from? Oh, damn it. Didn't read it. But they let it go through. Okay, so that was probably wrong. It gets to resolve. That's funny. But okay, we'll do it this way then. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, that does something. Not a tuner. Not that it would be, but, you know. There goes the field spell. This has no effect now, and they've got 2 cards in hand. You do not control... No, you control a pendulum... No, they need to have one in grave. I think we're okay. I've got one more add with this, so I think I want to do that. But then after that, I probably want to use this as synchro material. That's really bad. They just had the full combo. Everything they could ever want. Of course they would, you know. I didn't even need to get rid of this. Not that badly, anyway. Especially now that this is the scenario I'm dealing with. I didn't see what win rate popped up over there, but yeah, that's something that feels about right. fuck off. I have like 2, maybe 3 pieces of disruption at best, and my opponent always has the extra card that they need to push through that. Every time today. It's always my opponent has the out and does not need to draw it. Why you do this to me? I haven't been mean or spiteful. I've even logged in and played on my main account some, you know? That's really annoying that I can't get this on the field. Set 1, set 2, and pass turn, I guess. Marshmallow, carry me. I'm against an FTK, aren't I? Fuck. Is there anything I could do? Maybe I'm not against an FTK. That's fine. They can add the Horus, they can do that, they can get the King's Sark. We're going to banish the King's Sark. Gift exchange. Oh, its name becomes... Fuck. Okay, we want them to activate the effect minimum. Pitch a card. Good. Now we do it. Because this doesn't give them a battle effect. Oh, come on. It's the one thing I fucking have. What's the rest of this deck? Is it stun? Is it just Horus stun? Torrential. Well, that sucks. I have to set a guy. Like, if I don't, I lose. Bonus points, they don't have King's Sark. Like, they have this guy, but that's it. Imseti 2. Fuck me. It's just stun. What? No, what is this? Is it supposed to be an FTK? Right, and no, you can just bring them back, but you can't now because you can only do that once per turn. Yeah, this has got to be some gimmicky FTK. Okay, you got that one. And they just have another name besides Imseti. Yeah, that'll do it. That's all that you need. Fuck me. That was a poor opening hand, yeah, but like, come on. Can we not just like... If I have the ability to brick and draw, like, god-awful hands, my opponent obviously does as well. This is not a one-way street, believe it or not. You know, you could prove that to me right now. Fucking shit. This would have been so good. Come on. I mean, I've got to try, right? I've still got a 10 synchro in the pocket, just very casually. I can reborn the ogre as well afterward. I don't know. Like, we can special ogre, activate birth. Don't know. It depends on what they do. Because from there we could do something like, you know, Ogre Dance, search the 3. Jam Session, normal the 3, activate the 3, get a trap. And then draw 1 card. But then they're not going to let all that go through. And, you know, I don't know where they stop us. We've got... Like, the thing is, Gimir is probably the better one. Maybe the Time Lord. No, it just banishes everything. No, the Time Lord's not better. Has to be the Ice Jade, surely. And once we do that, what then? Man, this is a rough start. And the thing is, this is Malice. We are... what, 3-4 days? Yeah, this is... including today, 4 days left of the month. Still Platinum 5, by the way. How are you here with arguably the best deck in Master Duel? What has kept you from the higher ranks? Like, these are all the regular Malice cards. It's not like you're playing goofy techs as far as I can see. You're just playing Malice. And they just keep going, surely, right? This isn't the end of it. Well, are you going to do it? This one's still in the extra monster zone. It has not been banished. You can banish... yeah, you can banish Whitebinder. At their minimum, they could, you know, have the decency to know the deck by this point. Like, I'm not playing any interactions. They haven't seen priority pass back to me once. They could just, like, go for it. Play as fast as possible and just, like, balls to the wall. But they take in time to make decisions. It angers me. This angers me. Fucking Firewall Dragon. Come on. What year are we in? What year are we in that you're making Firewall Dragon on the end board? And it's working. And it's being a good part of the end board. Can I even do any of those plays? I'll have the one special of Ogre, but they can bounce it back. And then after that I'll need to commit my normal summon to it, which means I can't get the punk out. Why are you bouncing monsters? What are you bouncing? What are you bouncing from grave? What are you doing? This is once while face on the field, so that is the use of it done, but like... I'm so confused. There's Crypta. Quick effect, target, shuffle. Yep. So they've got a quick effect banish online. There's no changing that. And you just keep going, I guess. I have to attack the Malice Link monsters. There's the firewall. Fucking hey. Now what? Man, I fucking love Yugioh, you know? Like, this shit is obviously what I'm here for, am I right? Do you wish to desave one? Desave one? You do. Right. Interesting Malice plays, you know. There's the field spell. So they've paid all that life, and now... Look at it. They're only down 700. Like, I know Punk is one of those that sort of, like, it loses a whole bunch of life, and they don't really have a way to gain it back. So, like, oh no, it's just more Punk. But no, that's just kind of like psychics in general. Like, that's a psychic theming. Like, you could have expanded it to this one Cyberse archetype and not have them have a way to regain it. Make the life point cost relevant. It would have been such a small thing to do. So easy to do. But as it is, they don't actually have to worry about the random burn card cooking them. Love it. Are you done? Whose turn is it anyway? I get the game is interactive. I like, you know, I like interacting with opponent. I also like being able to perform more than one action before my opponent then does another full combo. I have taken the action of activating a spell card. And that's it. It's one of those 50 cards Ash in your hand. Fucking Christ. Oh, come on, we've like... That's 7 games, not one win, not one where we were close. I'm gonna fucking have to, aren't I? Right. Toolbox time. What have we picked up that can improve stun? This is awful at the moment. The Runics are arguably awful at the moment because, yeah, they banish cards. This banishes a card. How many of the trap holes are we playing? That one banishes. That one banishes. Banquet banishes the extract. We don't necessarily need our extract. It's good to have, but it's not essential. Such as for a 0. 7, 16. What other zeros do we have? We're maxing out on the kaijus. It's just these 4. This one's good. This one's fine. It keeps us alive longer. Clockwork Knight's good. We've got the Metaverse. We don't need the Scrap Iron. I don't think we need the Scrap Iron. Changing the type of everything on the field is not that relevant. Stopping every dark monster on the field will be relevant. Magic Cylinder's relevant. Soul Levy is going to be good. This is fine for breaking. It gives our opponent 1 monster effect activation under border. But I think we can deal with that. Alright, that's cutting cards that were less than useful. I remember from last time this came up. This, I don't think this hasn't come up. I'm not sure this is going to come up, like, at all, ever. Redo a could. Are we not using anything from the extra Stardust Spark, I think? It's just better to have the negate put Reader in as that one. What else can we do? What else will just get people to rage quit? Not much if I'm going against the same kind of players that I've been going against, because then they're all better. And just draw better. You target a Dragon Engrave. Dragon your opponent controls are in their graveyard. Fantastic, that's just completely unplayable. Assault Mode activate, we don't have the good cards for it. Labyrinth Archfiend, how many normal traps now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's still pretty good. We don't have other fiends, right? We have, like, Doom Cow. We have Doom Cow. It also fetches Magic Cylinder from deck. But that's the... no, it fetches Magic Cylinder and Mirror Force. I think we put it in. The Time Lords are just turned off by Imperm. They can be banished by Malice. They can, like, targeted and everything, so that's a no. Congrate doesn't work. Right, I think we're long past the point of finding cards that do work. These are unfortunately god-awful at this time. Yeah, I think we found out all the good things we can do. Yeah, we're all the way down to our Shadow Mirror. What does Pineapple Blast do? I mean, it's good, but it's like, you'd have to set it turn 1 and then wait for it to survive until turn 3. So I think we probably have everything, unless we want to put in Phalanx, which is a temporary banish, which is better than the Trap Holes, I think. Not sure. I need to think on it. Right, for the moment, let's quit out of this. I need to refill on drink, nip to the loo. I'll be right back. Right, I am returned. I have drink to quench my thirst and fuel my rage. And yeah, I think we are just playing stun. I don't want to, but these duels have been so goddamn awful. And if I am, I need to cut the cards down. Hello, Gaming Nation. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Because we fucking aren't. I like the trap lineup. I don't know if there are any better normal traps. No, wrong one. There we go. I don't know if there are any better normal traps we can play. I don't think there are. I'd love for there to be, but I don't think there are. Yeah, both banishing trap holes are pretty useless at the moment. That banishes as well. Why does everything banish? I mean, we do need to be prepared for non-Malice matchups. I should be surprised to find Malice in Platinum 4 and 5. So yeah, maybe those are actually worth including. Oh yeah, I got these as well. But unironically, Good Goblin of Housekeeping is drastically superior, so maybe not. Level 5 or higher effect, 1000 or less attack. These are so deeply specific. We wouldn't have to have Good Goblin Housekeeping. Is there anything that works from the grave? These have like graveyard effects for Centurions, but that's about it. Nothing else really worth playing, just at all. Chain Dispel. In the controls deck with the same name. But it doesn't get rid of the one on the field. Unfortunately, every card I do add in puts us further away from drawing like the power cards. But you're probably not making the cut. You're making the cut, you're not making the cut. Which is a tough decision, because I think this is overall better. Like, the thing is, like, cutting it down to 40, like, I can take out, okay, this is bad against Malice, bad against Malice, bad against Malice. I can cut down, like, 48 feels like pretty easy to get. I guess we need to be in a commanding position of the game state to get use of Scolds. This is specifically the opponent's standby phase, which means it's a turn 3, so we could probably cut those out. Like, 45 is consistent enough. We don't have anything that's... We don't have the Searcher, right? No, we do not have the Searcher. Do we have good? Nope, we do not have good. And in terms of continuous traps, like, we're playing probably the single best floodgate, which is, damn, it hits dark monsters. Like, we do have 5 or so copies of Light Imprisoning. Oh wait, yeah, Tikaboo. How have we not updated stun since Tikaboo? Right, we're gonna try this. It is not a deck I want to play, but I would also like to win some duels. It is towards the end of the month, and I'm still seeing Malice. Cosmo... Apologies. First my drink, now the mic. Cosmopunk is not doing great. So, stun. Stun it is. With main deck Kaijus and the Kaiju field spell. Yeah, everything looks to be working. Okay, that's good. And, speaking of Kaijus... Granted, Malice don't really end on a single boss monster, that's a hell of a problem. It's exactly the, it's exactly Terahertz. Okay, Morenses is much weaker to a Kaiju. Did I see the game-breaking ban list? You know, it's not drastically going to change the game. Like, I think the most often used card that was on the ban list was probably Dweller. And even then, at the moment, that's just not happening, right? Malice is the best deck. However, it's 3 Floodgates, and then unhitting an archetypal card for it could, like... Admittedly, I think 6 Sam is boring as hell. It's loops for days, and not much else. But, you know, it's an archetypal card coming back, and it's 3 Floodgates being hit, which is a pretty decent thing. Regardless of if it's not, what was it? Regardless of if it's not relevant at the moment. They are getting the... Oh, is that still not out in Master Duel? I guess not, okay. So yeah, they'll be getting their support that was out in the TCG. I was still playing at that point. That's been time. But yeah, they're getting their support, so that'll be the reason for that. Malice is too new, they're not going to hit it. Fiendsmith, I don't think they hit on the list before. They could stand with hitting it again. And by hitting it, I mean, you know, moving something, doing a bit more than just Engravers at 2. They're not going to hit Snake Eyes because, damn, Oak got banned and people are just playing Birch, you know? It is really good enough that people are just like, oh, we'll play the slightly worse one, you know? Crazy stuff. They still haven't banned Apo. Yeah, everyone's expecting it, but doesn't know if it's going to happen. And if it is going to happen, no one knows when. Because, like, the thing is, Appaloosa, Borreload, Savage, and Baron are all banned in TCG. They're all legal in Master Duel. It's awful. Just genuinely awful. They're all URs. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You know? Baron was a pretty expensive... Like, I guess Baron got, like, hit after it got reprinted. Same goes for Savage, same goes for Appaloosa. Like, they all got reprinted, and that was the bit that did it. What did you just do? What gave me the 200 burn? Not that. What gave me the 200 burn? I know, but you haven't noticed that they don't like banning URs? Well, yeah, no, they don't. Although they have, like, if you take a look at Tenpai, that's pretty much all limited URs, you know? Limited URs and SRs. I know that's not the same as banned, but if you think about how prominent that was like every card at 3. So they've collectively removed a good, like, you know, 90, 120 dust of various assorted from that player base. Granted, I think that's completely acceptable, but, you know, just saying. Right, so... do they have Spell Trap Negate? Probably. Activate the Kaiju Field spell, see what they do. Max C. I don't feel like that's what you should be doing, but we'll take you up on it then. Four counters, right? Yep. Nice and easy. This card can attack 3 monsters. Yeah. I need to get myself another Thunder King. Summon the Thunder King. Activate Thunder King effect. And then, yeah, we can go for it. Ash Blossom. That's okay. Like, they're probably killing us on the crackback, but, you know. So, they've got Fulmer Incest combo. I can't let them keep this. It's just Anima. I don't like it, but it's what has to be done. Anyway, they've got full combo. I've got all of an Anima and a Searchable Kaiju for next turn. Possibly. I also just want them to hit, like, bot FTKs that go around. Like, you know the Numeron Dragon FTK? That's still around. I still run into it every now and then. And why? They only need to ban a number monster no one outside of an FTK deck is playing. Like, it's really legitimately simple. And they just won't. Because that FTK is not particularly, you know, brilliant. It can be stopped by just about any hand trap. Well, okay, what if I don't have hand traps? What if, like, you know... At least do it for, like, the new player experience. How would it feel to be a new player going into Master Duel? Your opponent wins the coin toss and proceeds to kill you before you can actually hit your main phase. And because you don't have Imperm, or you've only opened, like, one of it from the bundle, you don't see it, and you lose the duel immediately. Yeah, they clear 3,300 pretty easy. I can get to another Kaiju, but I think they still just win. Which sucks. Now, of course, yeah, we're just not going to draw, like, the power one-offs. What, for example, clears... I guess Tikaboo clears just about every meta deck, actually. Soul Levy would help against both, because they special summon a bajillion times to do the thing. Yeah. Cannot attack any monster except this one. Target 1. Your opponent's turn. Spell, trap, or effect. Negate the activated effect. It's a soft once, but, like, you know. Okay, you have 1,000 over. You can stop the Kaiju search. It's unaffected by monster effects. Card effects. Come on! Screw you and sod off. Normal summon. Battle phase. Attack this thing. Effect. Have a Kaiju counter. Or Kaiju count. It's just completely unaffected. I can't even place a counter. I thought placing a counter was not an action that, like, required you to be able to affect the opponent's monster. What the fuck? You can place counters on unaffected monsters, I'm pretty sure. Oh, fucking hell. Like, if I wanted to, I could try and resolve the sinful spoils of subversion Snake Eye on it. It won't do anything, but I can target it in theory. I don't know if any of stuff stops me. And I would have thought, like, the counters normally work the same way. There are a few counters which are just generic in the game, unfortunately, but, like, yeah, there's a lot of, like, the kaiju counters are specific, the A counters are specific. A lot of time and effort. So their deck just Pep Turbo. They're going to activate a trap card, which means I can get Archfiend. If Archfiend is special summoned, I can get an attack negate or something like that. Crackdown can just take Pep, because that is a continuous effect. But I don't know how we do against, like... We've not had a great time going first today. We bricked while playing Cosmopunk, and now that we've switched onto a deck that really wants to go first and has very simple, very strong first plays, we also just go second every single time. It's fantastic. The stream could not be going better. It's living up to the namesake 300% at the moment, you know? Just win the coin toss. Just, you know, just flip heads. Just hack your opponent's client. Just sever their internet connection. Send an EMP. We're going to be here for a time, but, like, there's no point in me just surrendering because they're just, like, you know, starting to play the game. Another monster's effect, negate. Opponent activates a card or effect in response. Okay. Target effect monster, target face-up card. So we're scared about exactly Jury Surprise. This is the only card in Archetype that I'm scared of. As long as I'm reading it right. That's monster effect. Yep. Yep. When your opponent activates a card that targets, during your opponent's turn, targets. Yeah, so I think there's exactly one whole card we care about. And it's one of the traps. I don't know if they've already added it to hand. Doesn't look like it. But then again, that requires them getting Madam Spider on the field. So, first off, are they playing it? Second, is that in rotation? Third, are they going to be playing the punk traps, or are they going to be playing generically good things like Imperm? But yeah, like, this is a continuous effect. This would affect... It won't affect Pep to, like, put it face down. It would affect Pep to prevent it from changing its battle position. This will take control of it because they are playing Madam Spider. Are you adding Imperm? Or are you adding Destruction? Fuck. Oh, they've got both, haven't they? Shit. And now they're doing full Fiendsmith combo on top of everything else. You gotta be kidding me, right? Like, you're not serious. No, they are completely serious. They are also doing full Fiendsmith combo. They've got to be running out of time by the end of this combo. Surely. How many steps? How many effects? I do want games that are good to watch, and part of a good game is sometimes, you know, being able to break through and persist through, like, a strong board or getting your opponent to misplay. But this is a case where I don't want any of that. I just want timer hit 0 on their end, you know. This hand, as far as I know, does not crack it, especially because Fiendsmith ends on a negate for multiple cards. And I think, yeah, Anima's best steal is this, which just isn't happening. There's Lacrima. When another monster's effect is activated, negate destroy. So yeah, this would, I think this stops, like, the V-Jam as well, so it's not even like I can normal summon V-Jam and crash it into anything. Plus, it's a normal summon. They might just genuinely pop it. If they pop it, like, that's arguably what I want, but then they're going to fusion summon for a negate, and that deals with the swords. And then that leaves me with exactly Crackdown for a pet that isn't going to be on the field. Related to you. Until the end of the turn. So, like, if they... There's Appaloosa as well. I've sat through the rest of it. I might as well sit through this tiny section. Where's the Fiendsmith guards? Clockwork, that's interesting. It's really interesting, actually. You have a level 3 Psychic in your grave. Well, I believe they probably do. Right. Clockwork Knight. Do you care? You probably do. You do not. Man, the motivation is unreal. Someone's going to clap their hands if I can break this board. Insane. I can almost hear it. The clapping of a single set of hands, probably across the Atlantic. I'm going to place my bets and say across the Atlantic. I can't remember. Okay, you can synchro summon, but like... There it is. And there's the Clockwork Knight. That's a weird choice. Well, synchro summon then. This gets booked. Maybe you get to keep Pep, but like I don't care about Pep. Is this a when? That's not even Pep. That's true, you could find a sound effect. I could also find the sound effect. I could simulate it myself. Damn. This is a hard one, isn't it? Each of the following. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So... I think we just summon Seed, right? And then we go battle phase. Seed. Imperm! I can do the clapping. I can get frustrated. Fantastic. Well, at the very least, I have traps of my own. They have somehow played into Swords of Concealing Light, and the Appaloosa is not all that high. Do I even have an Earth Machine in the deck? I'm pretty sure I don't, right? No. Like, I could put Regulus in here, but I don't think there's an actual valid reason to. So, what do now? Everything's in the grave. You've got Fiendsmith, I guess. Yay. I could take Fiendsmith Engraver. They have a link in the grave, so... Okay. I get to draw a card, that's okay. I want to keep this off the field, right? Except a level 8, so they can just return something to hand. From where? From where can you return? How do you... Hold on. How does it summon? Hand or field? I kind of have to do this now, then. I'll take Engraver, and I'm going to put him over here. You have no way to fuse, right? There we go. Anyway, Archfiend. Yeah. It's alright, that Appaloosa is getting smaller by the minute. Archfiend will work at some point. Yeah, they can make Pep. There is only a 1600 diff. Pep is unaffected by activated effects. Doesn't deal piercing. $35. 61. It's fucking close. I might lose to Pep. Oh no. Yeah, because it's... I don't know, it's unaffected by activated effects, so can I change the attack target? Fuck you. It's the one card. Yeah, I think that is well over lethal now, isn't it? 36, 71 for 53. Fuck you. Bad game, sod off, don't like you. Have bad luck for the rest of your day. On Master Duel, I don't wish anyone real bad, you know, bad life luck. Oh, come on. I just need a, like, this is game 10? It's like game 10 or 11, and we haven't won a single damn duel. Don't you disconnect just because I got first. Okay, the tried and tested dilemma. But this is an FTK. Or some gimmicky shit. Which means they need monster effects to do things, right? I feel like that's fair reasoning. We have a battle trick, we have something to hopefully screw up with their typing, and we have the anti-monster thing. However, they're toggled on, and priority is not passing back, so maybe they just void the interaction window. Maybe it's already the end of the game. Nope. Okay, we get things. Normal summon. Clockwork Knight. Magic Cylinder. Your move. Granted, we are on a 2500 beat stick, and we need another normal summon, because we don't have Birth. I didn't put Birth in this deck, did I? 1, 2, 3, only 4 level 7s, so I get it. Imperm. Don't know. Double Imperm, maybe. Holding legs. You're just putting them back in your hand. It's a mandatory effect. Oh, wait, no, they can't do it, of course. I'm going to forget my own cards a lot, apparently. It's not like it'd be the first time or anything. Torrential. Well, on the odd chance that it's Malevolent Catastrophe. Or Mirror Force. Or anything like that. Quaquero. Okay, that's fine. It's not got the right stats, it's not even going to be a zombie. I will not even bother redeclaring on the off chance that it's... I meant I needed to redeclare. I thought... This is a good day. You see, it can actually be Eldritch. I don't know what kind of Eldritch deck is playing Holding Legs. I'm not saying that misclick cost me the game, but I understand if, like, you know, I were to just, you know, fumble this one. When I have had some cake to make you feel better. Yeah. Sure, you can do that, you know. If you think it helps, then surely it's gotta help. I am willing to try many things at the moment. I think I might put Birth in the deck. I'm not sure. It's a one-of for exactly 4 cards in the deck at the moment, which doesn't feel free. We could add more cards, but that's the whole point. I guess we take out the Mischief. Tikaboo. That does hit me as well at the moment. But it is a card. Right, battle phase. Let's just start swinging. I don't need it currently. Everything is a machine, which means that we would only both be on one monster. And I'm trying to out-top deck, or I'm trying to outpace a 60 card deck. At only a 45 count. You get banned. Millennium Unk. Excuse you? They shuffle back everything else. But, I mean, I have to Torrential, right? Like, this is just a Torrential moment. Assuming I can. But I think I can because it's like, this is Chain Link 1. And then they have to negate Torrential because otherwise Inspector Border, you know, as much as Inspector Border goes, so does their big payoff boss monster. Right, end of the chain. I can't Torrential. Oh dear. That's your monster effect. That's it, they don't have a monster effect now. How long is that? Until the end of the next turn. So I have it by their turn, which is fine. Vijam. That's ultra funny. Set. Summon. We both have one whole monster effect. Battle phase. Damn. Anyway, my monster effect, thank you very much. And there's nothing like... Yeah, I think we just hit it. Dome them for it. Cool. They've got 3,300, I've got 3,200. We have Torrential, Cylinder, and Tikaboo. Worst case scenario. They've used that Unk, it's gone back into the deck. So, yeah. They also just aren't changing the battle position of their monsters, which is a little weird, but it's fine. I don't know what the odds are that that one card is waking, so we're just going to hit over this one. Main 2. Set this one. Your move. I could have done Anima to steal this, but there's just like no point. They are playing Eldelixirs. Okay. What is it? A normal or a quick play? It's gotta be a normal. Yep, there's the normal. And we just do it in draw phase, like we shotgun it. And that's probably the end of the game. Although, here's the thing, they look to be playing like an actual deck. This has had thought go into it. It's just awful. I can anima and poke them for game. They just can't actually stop it. Well, if you had something, you surely would have used it by now. Okay. I mean, yeah. You only had the one option available. Activate. That's my one monster effect. Battle phase. Game. Ta-da! It only took us going against a 60-card pile with just super poor deck choices. Our first win of the stream. Whoa. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was our 10th duel. And look at this. Look at this crap. This is awful. My... Well, we get packs. We need them. We need to improve any deck we have. All of them, preferably. That's not going to do it. Nor is that. Don't think so. That's pseudo-floodgatey. But, like, that's so specific. Another Dynamis, that's cool. Spirit, Crazy Fish. And it's new! Let's go. I'm all about getting them new Dynamist. 2 packs. Aramage. Fiendsmith Sanctar, second one. Another Genex. Cupid. Is that a... Oh, Noble Arms. Okay. Gem Knight. Pearly. We have another card to boost Generator. It is... We've got 4 copies of the Field Spell. That is definitely our best deck. One more pack. This'll do it, surely. That's an Aroma. Gains 1,000 per Aroma you control with a different name. And then you can target an Aroma to special it and then gain 500. We do have, like, an amount of Aroma cards. Every warrior combo pile ever. But I don't think it's amazing. We should probably check what Aroma stuff we have. But I don't think it's loads. So let's just do it in the deck edit here. Right, we learned we're probably taking out these ones. Ogre basically does the same thing and he's better, so there's that. Right, related cards. Yep, not the stuff we need. Take no battle damage. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects. They lose 500 attack and defense. So it is beat down what we have at the moment, with the exception of this thing. Discard 1 card, place a Humid, Dried, or Blessed. We have Blessed, we have Dried, and we have Humid. So we actually have, like, every target. But we... Oh, what do we have for plant fusions? Does it... Aroma Blend doesn't show. Okay, so... fusion. Plant. What do we have? We have none of them. Good to know. Right. Let's give it another stab. Oh, it's so good that we've got some support for some of the decks, though. Just anything. Extra cards, please. And, yeah. We lose the coin toss, and it does mean we're kind of just going second. But... no, this is pretty awful. Going first, this would be kinda crazy. Because this is still Marshmallow. Like, that's not an activated effect. It's just a passive. Although they're on swords, so that is a really good start. And on swords of revealing, I have the counterpart. Ignore the fact that there's like several. Sure. Why are you playing swords? Well, why are you playing Chaos Max? True Light. We can... Okay, so we can get rid of True Light, but again, it needs to go to the graveyard. And they don't currently have a Blue Eyes in rotation. They're going to fix that, though, right? Unless they don't know what they're doing. Could be that they don't know what they're doing. This is also the wrong kind of Imprisoning Mirror, which really sucks. Both of us lose 1,000. Both of us draw. What do you say? Metal Reflect Slime. Sure. I can just Cosmic that. Oh, that is so good. I think we do this now. They've committed to an action, so that's probably the best time for it. Right, so set 1, set 2. They're not going to activate Dark Effects, I don't think. So I'm going to leave that. Sage with Eyes of Blue, okay. Normal summons you can add a level 1 Light Tuner from your deck to your hand. So, yeah, they... Oh, yeah, sure. I can still banish the Blue Eyes. There's Jet Dragon. What if Jet Dragon got banished? Bye-bye. Yeah, apparently that'll do it. What are you doing? Oh, you're not destroying anything. Because you need to use them from the field, right? But that is probably... Tyrant Burst. It had to be Tyrant Burst. It's alright. We have V-Jam. Lord and Saviour. Okay, and yeah, they attack Fenrir first, which is smart. What trap you said? Metal Reflect. Sure. Like, I'm in a good position, but it's primarily that they don't know what they're doing. Anyway, there's a counter on it. It is no longer a threat. We can get Ogre onto the field. Timebreaker. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. So we can do this. He's on the field now. They can put up that one if they want. It's not like we care about it. That's fine. Although that's really funny that you did that. We're going to just special this back. That's another True Light. But you just have to get a spell trap at the moment. Right, that's really frustrating. What's the spell trap? Majesty. So you don't currently have any. Bye-bye. And I'm good for a turn. At least. You can pop, like, one card. Damn it. There goes Swords, I guess. Or there goes Mirror Force. But that's the end of their Swords, right? Or at least it's close. 2. This turn as well. Bye-bye Mirror Force, but they don't know what the counter does, so that's cool. Did they use that effect this turn? No, they haven't. And they choose not to. Right, our monster comes back. Yep, there's dies. We just Kaiju, right? We don't want them to keep a dragon monster on the field. And then we don't want them to keep a level 8 monster on the field, so we'll actually do this again. And we will call it a turn. That's the end of Swords, which means I can start attacking, and they probably lose the game from here. I've got a Kaiju Timebreaker in loop. I've got Swords of Concealing. Shadow Imprisoning isn't doing anything, but Swords of Concealing should. Okay. Now, if you're on the new Blue Eyes stuff, that is full combo. But it doesn't look like it at the moment. Cypher, Maiden, Bell, Max, Talent. It's the old Maiden. Negate the activation, doesn't destroy. I guess we get rid of this. They're not going to summon the God card, so I don't mind them having that. We know they just added... What did they just add? This thing. They don't have a second normal summon currently. But they do have the Link one. Which means they now have a second normal summon, but they don't have a dragon in the grave. They get to Mausoleum with this, right? Do they have Mausoleum? They have Mausoleum. So that's your second normal summon. V-Charm is going to have to hold down the fort a little bit here. Have you used this effect? You haven't used this effect. You don't have... It is a Blue Eyes monster, never mind. We're in a problem. We're in a bit of a bind. A tricky pickle. Although they've put this in the Anima zone, and it's negated. So I can make a 3200 Anima. but they have the Blue Eyes in rotation, which means they can do that. They're probably popping Anima. But this guy's negated. And is that just lethal? 14. No. I'm currently alive. But they can only... It's just like Blue Eyes White Dragon specifically, which they only have one of. Yeah, they get rid of... Okay. Anima's putting in 0 work, apparently. I'm still not dead. Not yet. You gotta go a bit further. So that's 14. I am now dead. Is it seriously that easy? Can this attack this turn? They're making synchro plays, okay. You didn't need to do that. You had me dead on board. I guess this is a scenario where I would actually want the Kashtira birth. It's a scenario where I'd want MST. Double Spirit Dragon. They're not going for the OTK. So one of these is a card effect negate, and the other one is an monster negate. But seriously, what is the rest of this deck? Why are you playing why are you playing Chaos Max? Why are you playing Swords? Why are you playing Metal Reflect Slime? This is just regular Blue Eyes, but you've put in a bunch of awful cards. Yeah, they're doing the 2 card. And they can just summon that in attack position. Oh, because it was Crimson Dragon. Right. I have a monster negate. Or I have a way to bait out the monster negate. But I don't have a way to bait out the Omni. I don't need to bait out the Omni. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Well, it depends. Do they let this go through? No, they don't let it go through. Yeah, we won 1 duel. I'm not kidding. It is exactly 1 duel we've won. It's fucking pathetic. You see, I don't know why they didn't let that happen. I'm just clearing the kaiju. They have me dead to rights anyway. Like, that was an improper play. You don't know what the rest of my hand is. But now they do. So, now we lose because they're going to negate this. Da-da-da-da. It's the end of the month. Why is it so damn difficult? Like, the stuff we have in this deck is good. Nothing but good cards at the end of the day. If it's bad, we're not playing it. If it's less than ideal, we're not playing it. And we just don't go first. We go first and we get the cards that do not counter the current deck we're against. It's abysmal. Like, okay, this is fine. But I don't think we're, like, needing this against this deck. Yeah, like, look at the... What the... They're gonna do more war crimes than I am. Man, you are just fun times, aren't you? Do I bother? Completely seriously. I don't think I do. I don't think there's a point in that. They've got macro up already. They've got 2 ways to summon a banished Cashier. I'm going second. It's not like Inspector Border would have done anything anyway. Man, I hope you're having a much better day than I am, because this sucks. Work was fine. Yesterday, like, the weekend's been fine. Thursday was okay. Yeah, it does suck, doesn't it, CJ? Alright. That's a decent hand. Why is my opponent on 51 cards, and are they going to kill me? The answer will not surprise you. Like, I've had some main account duels, and they have been okay, but, like... do I want to activate the Kaiju Field spell? Yeah, why not? But the main account duels that I've had, they were down in, like, silver, gold. Add an Onomat. That's continuous spell. Why are you on 51 cards? What is the logic? Do you lose if I banish 1 card? I mean, they're just activating that for the sake of, you know, they don't want it in their hand. They don't want it to keep asking them. Okay, so we're going to get 1 counter on the field spell, so the field spell is protected. And we have, like, Kaiju's searching ability next turn. During your main phase, you can special, you can't special for the rest of the turn except Xyz. So, where do you special from? From hand. Magical Mallet, that's the sign of a good deck. What the fuck are you, like... You're on 51 cards, you're playing Mallet. Is it an FTK? Is it some gimmick shit? No. I'd love for you to activate a different... You did activate a different monster effect, alright. Yeah, we definitely do that here then. Bye. That's it. Yeah. Cool. Oh, come on. Right. Flip you, flip you. Did I need to flip the... normal? Special, what can I make? Make Savage. But I don't think there's a point. I think it's probably just Lizardos. Let's do it. Lizardos to draw a card. We're going to banish itself. Target you. Draw me a Kaiju. Effect, get me another Kaiju. We need to special this one to their field. Tributing that. And we need to special this one to our field. Battle phase, attack, banish the Kaiju face down. Get to redeclare and punch them directly. And then attack for that. Alright. And I can Kaiju them next turn with a different guy. And we still have Fenrir, we have Ogre in hand. Metaverse isn't doing anything, but maybe they think it does. But yeah, I think they just lose here. They've got 3 cards in hand. They just quit when the other guy got banished, and that was their special summon, so... This is only on activation. Yeah. What could you have? That's what you can have. Death. Two wins. Which makes our win rate about 1 in 6 for this stream. Nope, not even quite 1 in 6. It's not the FTK, but it is poorly constructed Utopia. It's not even... Ah, jeez. I need to not look at these decks. Just, like, at all. Right, Shoppy. I would like 3 of your finest legacy tickets. God knows I need them. Huzzah! Oh, another Monarch. Brandmug's not the most used, but we've got Swords of Concealing, so that puts things face down, you know. That's good. Just clear some notifications. Right, next one. Memory Crusher. Sure, that's not happening. Nor is that. That's not. Another Greed. And Cycloblade. At the end of the damage step target. It's alright, it's Spell Trap, you know, base Spell Trap removal. And that is the best kind of Spell Trap removal. Monster-based Spell Trap removal is okay, but it's more, like, it's easier to get stop, generally. Oh, we got the counterpart to Inti, and I think we have Inti, so we could technically form the loop, but I don't know if we have the materials to summon that, so maybe we can't. Spiritual Swords, not even our first copy. Second copy of that one. So that's kind of neat. Hello, Psycho Mistar. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Doing alright. How about yourself? Well, doing alright is a bit forced. We are doing pathetically. But, you know, happy smile. Mimesis Elephant is pretty decent. That's certainly a guy for Fire Warrior. And that's Twilight Swan, and that's Volcanic. I think Blaze Accelerator or Mimesis Elephant are probably the best 2 from that. And it's not even like those are fantastic, to be honest. It's just they're better than the other cards. Yeah, we got knocked down into Plat 5. We have had an awful win rate this stream. We're not even at 1 win in 6 duels. We're at 1 in 6.5. Granted, some of that has been that we've just lost our coin flips, but the other part is that, like, our hands have just been so awful. Opponents have had the out, whatever the out is in the situation. It's, not a great time. And if I had to guess, this is also going to be not a great time. But I can normal summon... What do you have? Cheat and use magic, yeah. They're reading. It's a pendulum card. It's got so much text, you could just imperm it. You could just max C. Just use Fugalos. It's for your benefit. Every time. 1, 2, and 3. On the off chance that they are on Dark Monsters, which, if the sleeves are accurate, yes they are. So let's find out. What exactly is my opponent playing? Red Eyes. Ooh, that's good. Dragoon can't stop Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Sure, that's a wind monster. Is that a wind monster? Yeah, it seems like it's actually Red Eyes. Maybe they are playing the Metamorph package because, honestly, that's just really good. And, yeah, we just do it here. Nice fungus. Granted, I still can't target Dragoon. So I do have an issue. But they can't pop, they can't negate, so we take those. Oh yeah. I can still do that. Oh, are you gonna attempt it? No. No, they do not. But they do attempt that. I would like to try and take control of this Dragoon. God damn it. Not that that matters, but, like, that actually would have, you know, outed this, which is, fun. I can't mirror Magic Cylinder this. End phase. You know what I can Magic Cylinder? I can Magic Cylinder a Kaiju. I mean, you don't control the Red Eyes. You can banish a card from your graveyard. Go for it. Summon the Magma. Then Magma attempts to activate his effect. His effect is negated. And they realise that. The power of floodgates. If I had not had such a bad time earlier, I would not have gone to stun. But, as it is, so that's 7 to that player. We've had 14 duels, we've won 3. We're nearly at 1 in 5. That's how it's going. Oh dear. I don't think we have enough legacy tickets. No. Okay. Master Packs it is. Now, this has to contain something. It's gotta have cards in it. That's another vampire. I mean, it is like, that's also another Raid Raptor, so that's kind of cool, but like... we got a Yosenju. That's, That sure is a pack. What do you do? Hand or deck? This is one of the best ones we could get. I don't think we had 3 before this. So that is second or third copy. I'm not quite sure which. Decent pull. The zombie pile is a little bit outclassed by, like, everything else we've got, but we could update it. Jamming Ways, but apparently not the first one. That's a masked hero. Branded opening. Great. Cards. So, summoners are... We have, like, some Clees, but I don't know what Clees. So we should probably look. Because if we're not playing it with Clee, we're playing it with the Umi deck. We have 3 of this. Ooh. We, in fact, have Scout. We don't have Monolith. So, Clee has been made a lot better. Because that's just triple Rota for the 1 card. Although that does mean we open this and Scout and we have 2 dead draws in the deck. But, those are the odds you play with. Right, I'm going to be right back again. Simply because I need to nip to the loo again. I'm sorry. Of weak constitution, I know. Let's mute. Run this. And right back. Right, what have I left you with? Advert? No, not quite. Just the ending of the track. That's neat. Put this back up. Something like that. And we opened our packs. We found that it did nothing. Next, Duel. If we win this, then we're 1 in 4. Well, no, then we're nearly 1 in 4. This is the 15th Duel. If we lose this, we're 1 in 5. If we win this and lose the next one, we're 1 in 4. But you know, as far as openings go, I kinda like that. As far as the opponent's field looks for my opening, I hate it, but, you know, can't have everything. Border. 1, 2, 3. Have at thee. Pray tell, what can you do? You face down a scary field. And a scary mate. Okay. End phase. Yeah, we definitely want to Olinoids, try and take out the first one. Surely. Zoma. What are the odds it's burn? Not sure. That's a Shiranui card. I could set the Yamatako, but I'm not sure they'd bother attacking into it. There's a Samurai Skull. Now what? This challenge needs to end sometime, so that's half the reason I'm playing Floodgates. Leela Wrap. You go for it. Yeah, sure. Kashtira Ogre. Okay, I should start setting my other cards then. Set a monster. Battle phase. Attack in. Take 300. All we need is one additional body and then we can tribute summon Ogre. Biggest beat stick. I guess while I'm doing things generally, just check. Yeah, end phase, nothing. Okay. Go to the studio. Magical cylinders. Sure. Set it, we know they don't have Malevolent. Attack in, clear it. Call it a turn. Where are we currently? Oh, that's fun. Session 92, 17th of 5th. Or 17th of 7. Yeah, so that's 1, 2. What am I doing? Swords. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine. You've found my Yamatako. That's it. Just swords. You'll deck a pile of cards by any chance? Can't special summon this, but I can set it. So, we'll do that. And yeah, end turn. But yeah, currently on the YouTube channel, we're at session 92, which was the third last stream. There are 2 streams that I've got saved since, and that makes this stream 95. You don't have the slightest clue of what's going on? Well, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's Masochist. If you don't know what any of the cards are doing or why they exist on the field, that is exactly the reason why. No others. We are playing with the best available tools. And if you don't know what a Masochist is, every win we get to open a pack. And that's how you build your deck. You start off with 10. You're not allowed secret packs, just master packs. It's pretty rough. I don't know how long ago that message was. There is a chance they have left chat, but oh no, you're still here. Sounds fun like an RTG. I gotta admit, I'm not particularly familiar with that turn. They get that monster. Alright, that's fine. We'll set the Mirror Force. There we go. Right, I'm free to attack again, or I can start banishing cards from the top of their deck, so they never get anything good. Road to Glory, so you start from scratch and you use what you get. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's a few custom rules along the way. I'm not playing it in, like, the most hardcore way you can. We do this one. Now we get Magic Cylinder. Do you wish to attack? No. Yes. Why? That was just dumb. When? So we have to do this immediately after. Anyway, they take the double the damage, so... Cool beans. 4,800. Negated attack, and they are dead on the next turn. Because all we need to do is activate a trap, and then we get the Paleozoic back from the grave. And that is enough damage. And they quit. Okay. We're kind of pulling it back. It's taken a long time. What is their deck? It's just zombies. It's not great, but it's zombies. There's loads of stuff in here you just shouldn't even be on in the first place. Also, is it just... It's two ofs, the deck, with the exception of 1, 2, 3... Where's the fourth one? 4 cards. 4 cards are one-offs, the rest of the deck is two-offs. Quality deck building, if I've ever seen it. Okay. Right, we've got enough legacy packs. Let's open these up. Hopefully we can get something mildly interesting. No. just no, not remotely. Lockout Guard, that's, I guess, Cyber support. You can special this in attack. It can't be destroyed by battle this turn. That's not great. Effect of a monster your opponent controls that targets a Cyburst. Quick effect negate. Yeah, no, that's not played. No. Well, no, it just needs another guy on the field. If we get like good rank 3s, this could be played. Like, this is okay. Like, it's probably something you would deem pack filler, but it's like, it's fine. The rest of these, Synchro Boost ain't the worst. But yeah, the rest of those probably aren't being played, ever. But anyway, that's the lesser out of the way. Let's get on to the fun pack, the Master Pack. The one that contains like 8,000, 9,000 cards. Another Infernity Archer. Okay, that's a new card. Cyburst links, place a counter for each if you do special summon a Code Talker from extra. Once per turn, remove if you cannot destroy it when this card leaves the field. So it cheats out a code, but it requires that you've already link spammed a little bit. And that's another Howitzer. Surprise, surprise, we do not have the Winged Dragon of Ra. Sun God Unification is of no use to us. Pretty much 8 useless cards. Reptilian Gardener, not our first copy. This is a rank 3, but it's not fantastic. 3 or more Xyz materials are attached to monsters on the field, including this card. Goblins can attack directly, which would include this guy. Target 1, detach a monster from target. Okay. So, it's, like, it's battle control. It's not a bad rank 3, it's just, we're probably not playing it. Right. Linguribo. This is a good card. 8 more cards plus shiny. No. Linguribo is actually a good card. It's a trap negate. But it does require level 4 or lower Cyberse, so it's a little specific, but this is a genuinely good card. I don't think we're maining anything that makes it just an instant include in the extra. Like, I don't think any of the decks that we have just play a Cyberse for giggles. Like, we had Mad Hacker in one of them. That would have worked. But Mad Hacker banishes itself, so there's that. It's a link, not a level. Which one of you optimizes gameplay more, me or my brother? In regards to what exactly? If we're in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh? Elden Ring, Night Rain, Pokemon, in general gaming. I think possibly me. It's not super clear cut depending on the game. Minecraft, it's 100% me. Dark Souls, Dark Souls is kind of like a bit hit miss, I guess. I don't think that's particularly here or there. Yu-Gi-Oh is probably me. No, Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely me. As much as I like bad and gimmicky decks, it's still me. Because I will try and make those the best I can. Okay, we get Ogre. We set Torrential and we set Soul Levy. We activate Soul Levy as the first thing we can do, and hopefully watch them squirm. If they're on Tailorman or Light Sworn, this is an awful, awful card. Or if they're on Shadol. But I'm going to just hinge on the fact that they're not playing any of those three decks. 9 times out of 10 it's been me. Although we haven't played seriously recently, is a good way of putting it. Like, we used to play a lot more often against each other, but just by virtue that I'm, like, 4 years older, that, you know, really helped. Like, just, you know, the extra thinking ability and just general, that's old. Yeah, this could be a problem. But, of course, we all have the classic of lose to dad. And that probably still holds true. That's another special summon. Yeah, putting special summons, like putting the Tenyis in grave is a problem. Age diff for 4 years. Oh, just no, age diff is like the match reasoning. Yeah, that'll do it. Right, that is their normal summon. Ah, but they have that on the field. Tokens can't be banished face down. I can banish this face down, but, like, I'm not sure how much that's going to do. Granted, I don't need it to do loads. That's another mill. We just banished the Mogi. In attitude to gaming, probably John. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. But we can just Torrential. And then they get to bring it back. But that's another 3/6. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then... Ah, they're not summoning a token. Right, yeah, we Torrential here. Just dump everything. I don't need Fenrir. They've got 22 cards left in extra. Most of everything's in the grave. They get the Shathana. That's pretty much it. Why don't you use the PFP? Because I'm currently, like, working on it. Well, I'm currently working on a banner. And the PFP can then be derived from that. But it's very slow work. I've not been super motivated for it, and then there's the fact that, like, I'm doing pixel art and it's taking me a small eternity. No, not really a general persona. I just, like, I want to do it myself. I've been approached by a number of artists, so to speak, who I'm 90% sure all of them are just, you know, using AI effectively. And I'm not someone who just condones that. So, yeah, I'm just trying to do it myself. You have 4 summons. Can you OTK me in less than 4 summons? What do? Add a Tenyi from deck. I get that. But yeah, it's slow work, it's pixel art, it's literally being done in paint, so I'm trying to work out, like, the colours. I'm trying to work out the patterns. And I kind of want it done right, so it's just a small eternity. There probably is. It's just what I have. Did you just add that to hand, or are you... Okay, you just added it to hand. But 13 cards, that's close. And then... Yeah, they really can't afford to do 4 special summons, because Ogre, like, literally declaring an attack and resolving the effect wins the game. They've got 8k life points to chug through. It's an empty board state, but they've gone through so many cards. And they are now thinking real hard. Nope, just declaring an attack, okay. Right, what do you do? If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, if you control a worm or a non-effect monster, you can special this. They set a card from hand. I don't know what the set card is. When this card is activated, tribute once per turn. Okay, so we do this first, all right? Just book this, keep it like so it's face down. They can't change its position. That's going to help out. Special this. They added Shathana back. Right? Yeah, they added Shathana back, so I might actually just attack the face down. Set 1. 13 cards. Battle. Right. Attack the face down. Declare Ogre effect. It could be Blackout. We're going to take a look at the top 5. Another one, Ash, that, Nibiru, and Lancia. And we just get rid of this. They literally can't use Ash. Bye-bye. Like, Ash Blossom just doesn't do anything. We get Metaverse. Metaverse can... What does Metaverse get us? Kaiju Field Spell or Dark Sanctuary, right? Yeah. They have a very limited number of cards in deck. Soul Levy really putting in work. Solid inclusion, 10 out of 10. Until we go against Flu. And then I'll be I'll be cursing the opponent more than my card. Target one card your opponent controls just out of hand. Is it the Soul Levy? Is it the Cashier Ogre? What do? Which way? Soul Levy. Okay. Let's do this. And because here's the thing, Ogre's going to trigger in a minute because that was a monster effect. That's 2 monster effects. Okay. I'm fine with that. I know they had the Ash Blossom, but like, you know. Right? 5 cards again. Incredible Ecclesia, Nibiru, Lancia, Imperm, and Protoss. What do you do? Nothing, right? Get rid of Protoss. 10 cards. Now, I believe they could probably Link Climb from here because they have Shathana in hand. They can special summon. Link 2. I can't remember what the Link 2s do. But yeah, they have ways to probably put lethal on board now. Discard, target worm, special it, also, yeah. They only need to quick effect, target, original. I mean, yeah, I just think they have it. This also, if non-effect, banish this, destroy, special it, destroy. Yep. Yeah, they can just keep going, huh? Soul Levy was so close to just winning it in a turn. There wasn't anything else I could do. Like, I've drawn, like, I guess the best possible series of cards. Metaverse was just not great. Destrudo could have been... What could Destrudo have been? Crackdown? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I think they're probably just winning from here, but we put up a decent fight. Got them down to 10 cards and extra. Well, that's going to be an add to hand, surely. You're not banishing the Sword Soul card. Not in this scenario. Look, they only have 9 cards. If I could reset this. What wins the game? V-Jam? That's another 8. Draco Berserker. Continue Spirit. Ooh. What do? I haven't seen you. Add a field spell. Cannot be destroyed. Cannot be targeted. Makes a second attack during each battle phase. That ends the game. Yeah. That's just it. Man, that sucks as well. I mean, the thing is, they were always, like, because of what I've been doing with Soul Levy, they were always just going to hit Vishuda. Don't fake me out. You can attack twice with this thing. Stop attacking with everything. Just hit this thing. Just hit this. Come on. Yeah, they got a couple new cards. The Field Spell, the Synchro, and the level 4, which I beat over earlier. Oh, come on, bro. What, 3 summons and I would have had it? That's crazy. Why must you taunt me so? It's so close. I mean, the deck's just standard Sword Soul, isn't it? Surely. Pretty much. Oh, it's the one Vishuda? So there was a chance I could have banished it off of, like, Fenrir or Ogre, depending. Nah, that's so mean. I guess, like, they could still pop it. They are only running 1 blackout. I can't remember if they milled that. They're like... So... They're only on the 1 Shathana? I think I did, like, alright. I really slowed them down. I can get behind a proper program to do, like, various drawings and what have you digitally. I get that. In response to a slightly earlier comment. I didn't really acknowledge it. Cats parading around. Well, not parading, charging around. Let's get the right use of vocabulary. Border Metaverse Cosmic Timebreaker. Torrential, but, you know. So it's a 40 with 13. Set 1 to start with. T-set. Are you bricked by any chance? Seems there is a chance of it. So let's just hit the back row. Call by. They are in fact bricked. We will just set 3. And go battle phase. Synchrons. They are playing Synchron. We just have this, I think. Nope, okay. Didn't get the right timing. Yamatako Orochi. Okay. Do you just target a monster? Yes, you do. Right, let's do this. Get the field spell. And by the field spell, I mean the kaiju one. Because this will gain a counter, and then we're basically off to the races. So we're going to do this. They get a monster effect. We're going to banish this. They've got Effect Veiler for it. That's okay. It gives them one effect on the next turn, but that's fine. Battle phase. We just swing in with this. Okay, you always treat the face down as if it's Ash Blossom, because, you know, it's just the most played hand trap. And being an 1800 defense is, you know, chonky. Not everyone gets over that. They have one monster effect, but we do have head judging. And if they don't get off to the races with that one monster effect, they're done. They might not realise they have a monster effect. Or they're just so horrendously bricked that it literally doesn't matter. Goodbye. Another Veiler. That's interesting. That's funny. Well, if I'm gonna give them a... Yeah, if I'm gonna give them one monster effect, might as well make it one monster effect. Let's start with damage. We can now grab a kaiju. We just want to grab a kaiju, generally. And then this deals piercing. $3,200 to the face. 2k to the face. They get one monster negate, or they get one monster effect. There's a 50% chance they don't get it. And we just have Torrential if it's, like, really that well. We don't want Torrential, but we could. Okay, we're going to put this face up on the field now. Just to crush their hopes and dreams, probably. They still have one monster negate, so even if they resolve Junk's Speeder... Well, I don't think they can, right? You can do this, you can make Junk Speeder, but then because, like, there's only Synchro monsters on the field... Yeah, like, that'll be the one effect. Speeder doesn't actually go anywhere. But we're going to try this anyway. Because if this succeeds, then we don't have to, you know, make that leap of faith. My Junk Synchron. Is this fun gameplay? No. Is it effective? Yes. Do I need cards? Yes. And that pretty much resolves why we're doing it. Armades. Well, no. Armades prevents your opponent from activating effects. This guy's just unaffected. Right. What? It's probably just Synchron. It is just Synchron. But if I'm getting this right, they want to go second. I don't see Scrap Fist in their deck, but I do see Satellite Warrior. So that looks like what they were going for to me. Right. And you know what that means? We get more packs all around. Legacy pack does contain some useful cards. We just haven't really got most of them. That's not the right one. Despair from the Dark is funny, but really outdated. Level 6 Gusto. I remember that exists, I don't think we'd play it, and that's Performer Pal, which kind of ends the discussion. I'm not reading every single Performer Pal card I have. Some of them are fine, but a lot of them only work with the archetype in, like, the one anime duel they featured in. Another Emblema, another Soulbang, Mini Borrel, 2 Rockets if you control Borrel Link while this is in Graveyard, tribute a Link 3 or lower. Special this cannot be used as material for a Link summon with the same rating as the tributed. So you want to tribute a Link 1, which we're just not getting. That isn't bad. It's Fire Warrior, which makes it searchable for the Ignites. We have some Rescue Ace cards, so we could play a Rescue Ace package in the Ignite thing. That's a lower Armed Dragon, so we can actually get to the level 5 Armed Dragon. I think we have the E-Telly, and that's another thing for Tribute Summons. That's a decent pack. Yeah, this is fine. Wait. Yeah, no, we'd be using it for Redoer. The tokens are not that good. Right, one more pack. But as it is, those pulls are not so bad. I definitely want to check those out. That is a rank 3, but I don't think it's that great. And it's 2 rocks specifically. More Blaze Accelerator. That's an interesting synchro. It's a quick synchro. During your opponent's main or battle. Generic 4. I don't know what that gives us access to, but it's interesting. Right. Did I actually put the sound back on? I think I did. Yeah, cool. Right, let's take a quick look at the decks, because I do think we have some Armed Dragon stuff and other various bits bobs. Right, so if we go to you, yeah, we have Armed Dragon level 5. Send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Send this from the field to the graveyard. Special level 5 or lower Armed Dragon from deck. From hand or deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon's effect, you can draw 1 card. No, it doesn't give you a draw on doing itself. But we do have the E-Telly for it. We're running into the problem of, you know, we have to get it from deck again. But so one Armed Dragon monster you control, take 1 monster with the same name from your deck and graveyard, either add to hand or special summon it. So yeah, like Flash plus what? Flash plus Blitz means that we can get this one on field. We'd need a monster in hand, I guess. Yeah, we need a monster in hand, which then specials this, which then, you know, you can do Blitz, which gets you to this, and that's a rank 5. I don't think it really does much else. Although we can just permanently boost it by like 500 every time. It's really, really slow, but we could do it. Although that is apparently a permanent attack gain. As long as we have other names in the grave. So that's interesting. Anyway, Rescue Ace. We have a couple of cards. We have Fire Attacker Impulse. I think that's just good enough, right? What else? Special this. If a monster special summon to your opponent, you can special summon from a level 4 or lower from your hand, deck, or grave. And during your main phase, when opponents, you contribute this. Special summon a Machine Rescue Ace from your deck. Okay, so if we get to this, we get to Fire Attacker. So that's kind of neat. And then it allows us to do a little bit of hand fixing. It's not the most solid package in the world, but it is something. And we're getting ever closer to a fully constructed samurai deck. Got plenty of blaze accelerators now. Right. We got time for another duel or two, so we'll go for another one. Hopefully we can keep winning just a little bit more. Although it doesn't really matter that much if we don't. Because after Thursday's stream, it is a new month. Yeah, next Monday it'll be a new stream. New month stream, even. That's what I mean. Kaiju Timebreaker is good. Crackdown, Head Judging Cosmic is not bad. But it is Blue Eyes. And they put up multiple disruptions. We might be a bit done. However, it's realistically like the last duel or so of the stream. I'm fine to say that we just watch this one out. Oh. Well, that too is an option. That is not the last duel of the stream, for I thought they were just going to combo off to infinity, and they did exactly the opposite. No point in looking at the deck, they just apparently thought they misplayed bad enough. Alright. So, Clock Wyvern is good cyber stuff. Crusadia Leonis is fine for, like, the link pile that you could eventually make. I don't know what Speedroids we actually have. But this one... This is just a link 2 on normal summon. It does just make Haggard Lizardos. That's, I guess, a way of putting it. And we already have that Numeron Gate. We can check our Speedroids. I don't think we have them, but we can check them. Infernoid. Couldn't be any of the 15 Infernoids that we don't have, you know. I know it's not that many. Okay, this is interesting. This resets our once per turns. Target one monster on the field, banish it, then returns to the field. I feel like we can actually get some use out of this. If your opponent activates a card or effect, you can target one face-up monster in the field whose effects are negated, banish it, then return it to the field. I feel like we can get use out of this. Probably in stun, to be honest. That's 3 level 4s, which is a bit of a thing. However, Life Hack is interesting. Target one face-up monster on the field. Any damage your opponent takes this turn is halved. Also, that monster's attack becomes equal to your opponent's current life. So... Okay, it's a very specific combo. But Life Hack plus... What is it? Life Hack plus Magical Cylinders is an OTK. And then... becomes equal. And then the graveyard effect's pretty decent as well. That is not a bad battle trick. I don't know if that just goes in various decks that we're going to play. Maybe not. But maybe. It's a good deterrent to play on your opponent's turn. But it is also half an FTK. Or half an OTK. Not an FTK. FTK would have to make it, you know, actually doable on turn 1 of the duel. Okay, we have certainly some cards. Set 1, set 2, set 3. Let's see what they got. Standby. Main. Blue Eyes. So this isn't useful, but this might be. Yeah, there's Protect with Eyes of Blue. It's a 60 card pile, so I like my odds. And of course, if a track card is activated except during the damage step, so that's a new chain, I believe. We don't want to do it just yet, though. Oh, okay, we wanted to do it then. Never mind. Okay. I thought you were going to do more. I know that sounds weird. Let's just kaiju it. Then Torrential. And then, yeah, we get to trigger Archfiend. Seems like they may get to trigger Jet Dragon. That's the only thing I can think of that they would get to trigger here. Reborn. Yeah, you good. You can do that. How much defense does it have? 21. And I've got one normal trap in the grave, so I think I'm fine, right? Yeah. Right. We want to set just straight up Mirror Force, right? Or do we want to set Cube Extension? Cube Extension's pretty good. Let's set Cube Extension. End phase. And these are fiends, so there's something about this being a magnet, right? Your opponent cannot target fiend monsters for attack except Archfiend. So what does that mean when I try and redeclare it? Sure. You get him back. You can pop the Archfiend if you want. Don't see why you would. You just go for damage. Unless you're reading the log and reading the cubic. Set 2 cards. Are they going to go to battle phase? Or am I going to be confused? Nope, they're going to battle phase. Right. Do this. Face up defense. The attack gets changed. And then this happens. Get a counter. And we're good. We have V-Jam in rotation. This guy's 200 or 400 points stronger. Only need one more normal trap in grave. Tactics is dead in hand. This is dead on field. Okay. Are you special summoning Blue Eyes? You got 2 monsters in hand, or just the Blue Eyes, so I'm a little confused. That is not what I was expecting. Say that. Not really scared of that, but at the same time it is currently bigger. It's a spellcaster, which means that Tikaboo isn't stopping them from doing things. Tikaboo stops me from doing things. And get Anima, but what good does Anima do currently? Ogre. That is pretty good though. I think I do just want to... Yeah, we do just want to. They have exactly Blue Eyes in hand. I'm currently trying to play around how to get control of this thing, which is a little bit easier said than done. Yeah, that move. I don't have anything. This is going to be a slow duel. We'll get there. Eventually. They can put this back in the hand. Ooh. If they do that, they get Blue Eyes on the field, and then they won't be able to summon anything else. But then they also will be able to attack. Level 1 Light Tuner, okay. So that's possibly just Effect Veiler. They could be on the new support, but they've shown no indication of it just yet, so... For the moment, I'm going to say they're not on it. There's Whitestone, so yeah, that doesn't really indicate the new stuff. Nice try, but that's not going to work. It targets for cost. So... I don't know what Tikaboo does here, but I'm going to try it. Because in theory it just stops them from ever controlling something other than this. As a drag, yeah. I thought they targeted the Blue Eyes, but nope, that would require some intelligence. Alright. And we have Shining Peace Velia. That means we are close. I take damage, but it does stack the deck up the way I want it to. I guess we just pass. It's a very boring last game, but... I don't know. Apologies. Apparently a boring last game is what we can win. Set. Because they can't summon. I should probably attack him with the Peace Velia. That's going to be the Sage, and so I'd only take 800. Are they now returning it? They are now. Okay. We may have issues. They put Blue Eyes on the board, okay, but they now can't summon a dragon again, and it's just Blue Eyes. Well, you know, there's that. You missed the part about Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack this turn, didn't you? Jizukiro. I don't know that I want to give them Jizukiro. We're going to do that. We're going to activate the effect and start trying to just whittle down the good cards in deck. 5 cards. Dust, Keeper, Stone. I think we just don't want them to have Dust Tornado. There goes that one. Yeah, but now choose a monster to send, or it just gets sent anyway. And then you can't actually special summon a Blue Eyes monster because it would just get sent to the grave, or you can... Yeah, there you go. And that was in the battle phase, so... Well, yeah, there was no effect being activated. This triple tactics really is going to do nothing. This is going to do nothing. I think the only thing that's going to do something in a minute is Cubic Ascension. Okay. You return and you special summon. Was there a point to doing that? I guess I won't know. What can I do? I can take a direct hit. I can get Cubic Ascension, but that gets me to exactly 1 Cubic Seed. So maybe it's worth it. It's a link to Transverser. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't summon this while I control other monsters. I keep forgetting. But yeah, I can take 3k. Unfortunately, my own Tikaboo is going to slow me down a lot here. I don't really know. Like, this is embarrassingly slow. You know, I could have set this guy and tribute summon a Kaiju. Yeah, there is no monster I can special summon. Contract with Don 1000. You know, I think I'll take that, actually. So... I can Kaiju whatever they have. Like, I could get rid of this Blue Eyes, I guess. Pop it in the grave. Put this on their field. That doesn't matter. Set this. End turn. We've got the seed again. They've still got Blue Eyes and all, but they probably aren't playing more than one burst stream. Got head judging for if they do activate an effect. Sure. I guess I didn't expect that one. Got 2 Blue Eyes in hand. Minimum. Oh yeah, special summon alternative. Go for it. Do you wish to target a monster? Destroy it? You should. Are you about to ritual summon? No. Yep. Yep. Call it right or give me your monster. Heads. Damn it. Blue Eyes player. That goes to the grave. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. It is not happening, apparently. I can lose to this kind of deck. And apparently the reason is Tikaboo. My own Floodgate. Fitting for the end of an episode, but that's a tribute summon Blue Eyes right there. This is the only one can attack, so Inspector Borders cleared, I keep all my life points. I can get Mirror Force, you know. Mirror Force would be a hell of a draw. Just saying. Metaverse. You know, that is equally decent. They still have to succeed on coin tosses. Which is apparently my favourite thing now. Come on, Dark Sanctuary. You won't fail me now, surely. Well, I can only take one attack guaranteed. And then I'm dead. Are they going to try and flip some of the blue eyes, you think? Man, so much for a last duel. If I knew this one was going to be this long, I would have called it. Yeah. You still can't special summon Blue Eyes. You can return it to the hand, but... Oh, come on. My opponent gets to call heads correctly, and I just miss heads. What the fuck, man? Wait, what the... No. That's just rude. How can... I don't want to know, but... Oh, this gives me psychic damage. How many duels have we had today? 7 to that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 there with 3 wins. And then... So that was 14. 19 with 6 wins. How do we maintain this? It feels like we're losing so horrendously. And I guess it's because of that right at the start. But, like, Jesus Christ. Well, let's claim these rewards and claim back a couple gems, because we're deathly low on these again. I should have watched the first duel live before the stream started, then I would actually have just over 616, because I could have watched 2. Well, the more you learn. Anyway, thank you all very much for being here, comforting me, easing my descent into madness, preventing my descent into madness, eating cake to help it, and just having a chat and having a good old time. Yeah, we will be streaming again on Thursday. Thursday is going to be the last of the month. Let's just quickly check the stats, because I'm still feeling that the spell one is pretty miserable, even if this is okay, which it is. But there's no way that the proficiency of it's advanced that far. Yeah, we're at 66. That's a whole 8. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting, shall we say. I don't know what we want to play. It doesn't particularly matter. We're literally just looking to try and clear some games. And yeah, I look forward to seeing just what we can accomplish. Just what stuff we think we can do. We should probably actually not play that one, but play that one instead. Anyway, my name is Cat Monarch. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, I hope you have a great time. Goodbye for now.